Today I'm gonna be giving you guys a breakdown of my offense. The playbook that I run is the Charlotte 49ers playbook. I was using this pretty much most of the year. I made a video on it earlier in the year, but it's gonna be a little bit more of an updated video because with some of the stuff I did in it earlier in the year, there's a lot more stuff I do in it now. So just kind of want to add on to it. So yeah, let's get right to it. So in this playbook, there's a lot of different formations I like to use. I like to audible around to a lot of different things. Thankfully, you can save your audibles and stuff now, so you don't have to do it before every single game. Mostly I audible around to a lot of different run plays, but there's some pass plays I like in there too. But yeah, this is a run first offense. If you've seen me play, you know that I like to run the ball a lot, but you can easily throw the ball all around the yard. What you're going to need for this offense is you're going to need 2 wide receivers and you're going to need 2 tight ends. Really good running back. That's pretty much the basic personnel you're going to need. We're going to go over pretty much all the formations I run, and I'm going to break down each play, different things I like to do at them, the best way to have the most success out of them, and etc. etc. We're going to get this thing started though. Starting off in gun, where I say starting off in gun because there is some stuff we are going to look at a single back. Nothing in pistol. I don't run anything out of pistol, but starting off with gun, we got ace offset. This is the main squeeze. If you see me play, this is what I do. The ace offset this is where you pretty much run mostly everything out of. This is the formation I'm coming out in probably 80% of the time. I say 80% of the time because I do like to come out of this single back wing tight Z, which I cannot audible to because it's actually a 3 tight end formation, which we mostly run the ball out of that, but we'll get to that. But ace offset I'm coming out in 80% of the time because even if I'm not running anything out of ace offset, I'm audibling the different things: deuce close, wing, halfback, weak side close, and etc. You know, all this stuff I like to audible to. So ace offset is, you know, you're going to be in this most of the time, especially, you know, throwing the ball. So we're going to go over the plays that I like to run out of it. I'll break down each play, and then once we get to before we move on to the next formation, I'll show you the audibles that I have set that I think that you should have in there. First play we're going to look at is the play to the far left. Read option is pretty basic. It's just a read option. There's different ways you can actually set it up though. So there's obviously just the basic way: snap it, hand it off, you know. That's kind of similar to an inside zone. And then you also have the, you know, option to let the quarterback keep it. Definitely, you know, for this offense, I'm not going to say you need an athletic quarterback, but having a quarterback with some speed would help. I think the only different way that I like to set it up, let's say, you know, this formation we're going against doesn't really help a lot, but let's say you're going against like a dollar or something where there's some type of slot corner over to the right where the quarterback can keep it. What I like to do is actually motion the tight end out to that right, and let's say that where that linebacker is at, let's say that was some type of slot DB, basically take him at the play and make it to where it makes it to where the quarterback now would so like I said, let's say that linebacker's a slot corner. Now I just have to read the DN, and if he bites, I got a lead blocker. Opposed to, let's say, if the tight end was lined up, I don't know why he's going over there. What the hell is going on? Suppose if the tight end was where he's supposed to be lined up on the line. I can't put him back on the line. Okay, nice. You wouldn't be able to keep it with the quarterback because you would have to read the slot corner, and it's just not going to work out. So it's just the easier way to try to keep it with the quarterback. That is a really good run play though, because even just the normal handoff to the running back is a really good play. So I do want to point that out because some of these runs I'll show you, they are better than other runs. Like some runs are really situational. That's a run you can run that against a lot of different stuff on defense. For the next play, we're gonna start off kind of with the run plays in each formation first. The next play is gonna be the play to the far right. You can't really see because my face canceled away. Jet touch pass, jet sweep, as I like to call it. It's a pass play, but I count it as a run play because it kind of is. You're just, you know, in a way the quarterback's handing it off just through the air, and it's what it says. Is you snap it, and the, you know, wide receiver comes in motion, and he, you know, it's a jet sweep. Now, typically when you run it, let's say you're going against defense like this, you would not want to run to that right side. You would run it to the left side because you want to run it to where there's less junk on the field. Now, sometimes that might be difficult because it might be the short side of the field. Now, you can still run it to, you know, for example, like I said, the right side, where there's a lot more stuff, but you're going to want to shift the lines to that side. So I would do a full slide to the right, so that would be left stick to the right. So another really good play. I like saving that for the red zone because you don't want to run it too much throughout the game. You want to save it because it's a really good play. Another run play we got in this formation is far right. It's going to be buck sweep. This play, you know, it used to be a really good play. It's not as good as it used to be. This is another run play where you don't want to run it to where like there's a lot of bodies on the defense. So in this situation, if I saw this look, I would run it to the left side. But the reason why the place is not as good as it used to be is because the lead blockers on it, they just don't pull very good. I know it got blown up right there, but they just don't really block as good as they used to. Now, It's still a good run in here, occasionally, it's good to sneak it in there, but I do want to say the run is not as good as it used to be. It's a play where you give it to the running back. He usually gets like his max speed point really fast, but then your lead blockers are just in la la land. So it's not a bad play. I would not run it against like a 3-4, a 6-1, 4-6, nothing like that. You'd want to run that against like maybe like a nickel normal, a 3-3, or something that's not as crazy. Those are all the run plays in that formation. Let's get to some of the pass dots. So we're going to start off with so for this, you have Y sail and you have Z spot. Now the only difference between those two plays is that the corner route and Z spot is a lot shorter than the one in Y sail. I just want to break that down now because because you can pick both of these plays, it doesn't matter. I typically pick it out of Y sail over Z spot, and the reason why is because in Z spot you have to see how Restrepo's on his streak. He won't start off on a streak, so you have to manually put him on a streak in Z spot, and it's not an actual streak, it's a fade route it would put him on. It's not really as good. So what I do is I immediately just put the tight end on a normal corner route. So I'll just, as if I was going to, let's say he wasn't on a corner route. Let's say he was on a drag. I would just put him on a normal corner route because I don't want that corner route to run that deep. But sometimes you do. So, but I just like the normal corner route because it's just a lot quicker. But yeah, if you guys see me play, you guys know it's my bread and butter play. This is the play that I love to run. It's really basic. You can snap it stock. Now, if you're going to snap it stock, I would not leave Nesbitt on that hitch. I would actually put him on a little out route so now it looks like Z spot. Just the stock play like this is really good. You can never go wrong with that. That running back in that flat route is great. Because a lot of times, if it's a cover 3, if it's a cover 4, the slot corner, or whoever's, trying to defend the corner route has to make the decision. Do I defend the corner route? Do I defend the flat route? So, it's always really good. You got the quick read for the out route, and then if you got time in the pocket, the backside in routes usually open. So that's pretty much the stock play. Different ways I like to set it up is I like to put the guy that's on that quick little out route, I like to put him on a little streak, and then the guy that's on the backside in route, put him on a little drag. It's just a quick read type situation because let's say so let's say you've been throwing let's say you've been running normal like this, the normal Z spot. And that linebacker's in the middle of the field. They drop him into a curl flat to try to have him play the out route. Now, if you set it up the way I just said it, where you streak the tight end, you got the underneath drag. If that linebacker sprints to the outside, you're gonna have a quick snap to the tight end on the streak. So that's always really good. And let's say he's sitting in a hook curl. The linebacker to the left, the tight end takes him off with the streak, and then you have the free underneath pass to the drag route. So it's just quick little reads like that, and then obviously you're reading the right side, you the high low, you got the corner route up top, running back in the flat. All this stuff works really good with cover 3, cover 4. We'll talk about man because this formation destroys man. Now let's say you're going against a little bit of Tampa 2. There's a really pretty easy beater for Tampa 2. So we're going to do some more adjustments for the backside. So you're going to put that backside receiver on a post route. Now I usually like to stem route him down just a little bit so you can run the post route just a little bit faster. And what's happening is the streak on the tight end, he's going to run the safety out of the play, and this pretty much gets the post route wide open because Tampa 2, the field's wide open, so you could do a little something like that. And let's say you get the corner on the right is on a little bit of a cloud flat. What you could do is you could actually put the receiver on a smoke screen. So now it's making that corner has to decide, am I gonna play underneath on the smoke screen, or am I gonna play the corner out that's going up top? So you're kind of making him have to decide that. Now obviously you don't want to leave the running back in the flat route right there. So what you could do is you can also run him off the line, put him on a little streak, or you could put him on a little drag route, something like that. Depends. If you're trying to get downfield fast, probably put him on that little streak. If not, have him on a little drag underneath just to have some type of a check down, because the kind of isn't. I mean, I guess the smoke screen's a check down, but he's really there to just kind of manipulate the DB. So those are some ways you could beat Tampa 2 right there. If we reset the play, I'll give you another one that's also pretty good against Tampa 2. If you don't know if they're in like a Tampa 2 look or a cover 4 look, because it can look similar with the 2 safety shell, what you could do is you could do a half and half. You could do one side as a cover 4 beater / cover 3 beater, or one side, and then one side would be like a Tampa 2 beater. So what I mean by that is you'll set, so the right side is like your cover 3, cover 4 type beater, and then the left side we'll set it up as like a Tampa 2 beater. So you got the wide receiver on the left on the smoke screen. You got the corner out. Now, what you want to do with the running back is totally up to you. If you want to leave him on a flat route, you can do that. Or if you want to put him on a little angle route and have him, run something in the middle, or even a little streak route like this. I usually like that a lot. So you can do a little half and half sometimes to kind of break down, see what the defense is in if you're not sure. Some more just really simple route combos I like to do out of it. You'll put the tight end that's on the little hitch, the backside tight end on a little streak, and just simply put the running back on a little in route. This is really good if you're going against like Mats or just, you know, it's just a lot for the defense to handle. The only thing that sucks is sometimes, you know, the running back when he's in routes and stuff, sometimes they run them really funky. But if they run them like fine, a lot of times he's going to be wide open. It's just, you know, leads to really good stuff. So that's a really basic route combo. Another one I like to do a lot is, say they're double mabling. If you don't know what double mabling is, they're dropping a curl flat and a cloud flat on both sides of the field. So let's say they got like a 25-yard cloud flat up top, a 5-yard curl flat at the bottom. So they're pretty much just taking away the entire sideline. You got to throw the ball in the middle of the field. One I actually like to do a lot is, instead of putting this running back, so this will be pretty much the same play like this, but we're going to put the running back actually on a little streak route, put the backside receiver on a little drag route, and you're kind of reading it as if you're looking in the middle, which side you have. If, you know, you have the tight end for the quick streak, you hit that. A lot of times, if they are double mabling, you will have this running back on the streak. You just kind of wait for him to kind of get open on it, and you'll have it. Another really good one if they're double mabling is the backside receiver. We're going to put him on a little out route. The tight end on the streak, we'll put him on a little hitch route, and we'll do something like this. And it's up to you if you want to put the receiver on a little streak route, or if you want to put him on a little smoke screen route. It depends, you know, what that outside corner is doing. It's up for you to decide how he's been playing throughout the game. This is a really good one. This is something I used to love to do against 6-1 people that ran cover for quarters out of 6-1, because they used to have the corners on the 25-yard cloud flat, and then they'd have the outside backers drop and short little curl flats, and you'd have the middle of the field. So you got the tight end in the middle on a little sit down route. You got the running back leaking out the backfield. So and you got those guys on those outside routes to pretty much, you know, force those curl flats to go run with them. So then you just, you know, it leaves the middle of the field open. Another really basic route combo I like to do out of it. I mean, a lot of my route combos are basic. How I attack the defenses when I throw the balls, I just try to break down the coverage. So, you know, I'm not the guy trying to one play bomb you, even though I can get downfield really fast, but I like to just break the coverage down. So this one is basically, you know, it's normal like Z spot, how you set it up, but you just set it up on the left. So it's like, you know, because sometimes what will happen is, like, let's say they're in a nickel normal, or, you know, some type of formation where there's a slot corner. The slot corner is only going to be, there's only one, okay, unless they're in dollar. But if they're in dollar, we're running the ball on that. So let's say they take away the corner out on the right because they got the slot corner, type of curl flat, maybe shade underneath, shade outside, manned up on them. They're taken away. That means now you have the left side corner out pretty much free, because that means the back, he's either having the backer try to guard him, that's going to be a mismatch, or what's going to happen is he's going to start trying to probably drop that left corner into like a cloud flat, and it's just, you know, eventually we're going to start bombing stuff. If you notice that the guy you're going against, he's starting to really play you know, heavy on the sidelines because you're killing him with the corner routes, and he starts going like crazy Tampa 2, just leaving the field wide open. Another thing you can just do is just straight up streaks, because where these tight ends are lined up in the middle of the field, it's almost kind of in a way just as good as a post route for attacking the middle of the field, because Hunter Henry, where he's at in the middle of the field, that's right safety. If he's deep to half, like it's for the middle of the field is pretty much free, wide open. Same thing with Nesbitt. So something like this sometimes is just really good to have. And then what you could do is you could motion the running back out, put him on a little drag route just to have something underneath, and then just, you know, if it's Tampa 2, you're just trying to find the open spot in the field. So if you're able to drop it in over the top on the sideline, when these cloud flats do that, if you got that middle of the field wide open, hit one of those tight ends up down the seam. So like I said, it's really basic route combos. We're just breaking down the defense. Talked about zone a lot. Let's start talking about how to beat man to man. Like I said, this stuff destroys man to man. Different mans you'll see mid blitz, mid blitz is not very good anymore. If a guy comes at mid blitz, it's damn near suicide. I'll just be honest with you, but most people that if they run a good man coverage, it's usually a 3-man rush man, because, you know, if you play this game, you know, some games these guys, that 3-man rush starts going crazy, and, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. But that man is very easy to beat, and I'm going to show you some really easy route combos to beat it. I mean, it beats it. Like, it's guaranteed to work, unless they're rushing 2 people. They're dropping everybody in the coverage. I mean, at that point, there's no one open. You know what I mean? You know how that is. But one really good one is, well, 2 really good ones actually, is we're going to set it up like this. I'll explain it. Both receivers, actually, no, not both receivers. One receiver you're going to put on a smoke screen. The other receiver you're going to put on a little drag route. The receiver I personally like putting on a drag route is to where he's going to have more room to run on the field. So let's say let's say in the situation we're lined up a little bit more on the left hash, I would want the receiver on the right running the drag, because he has more room to run the drag. And you have both your tight ends on the corner routes, because they're going to be one-on-one with somebody and have a really big mismatch. The running back, It's really up to you what you want to do with him. You don't, if he's blitzing, a lot of times I'll probably end up block the running back or ID to blitz or something like that. If not, then I'll probably put the running back out wide, put him on a little streak or something like that. Now, it's really simple. Usually the one of these tight ends is going to have a really big mismatch because one of them is either going to be manned up on a safety up top or he's going to be manned up on a linebacker. A lot of times for me, it's the left linebacker, so it'd be Nesbitt. He gets a lot of the mismatches. Now, if they're doing all-out blitzes and stuff to where, like, it's both the safeties because they're blitzing the hell extra people, you got to figure out which of the tight ends are going to get open because one of them's going to get open on these corner routes. It's just how it is. It really can't be guarded, so really good route combo. It's just this one right here. It really hurts the man coverage a lot. Another one that I really like to do, especially if it's like, a man coverage to where like there's not really much safety help up top, is so I'll leave the guy on the right, the Hunter Henry, leave him on a corner route. Let's say they're blitzing. I'm going to block my tight end on the left. I'm going to put my receiver on the left on a little drag route. I'm going to put the running back on a wheel route. You guys know wheel routes are great for beating man coverage. If you got a running back that's pretty fast, you know how that works. He's going to kill them. This is a really good one. You got the tight end one-on-one with, so he's going to have to be one-on-one with somebody. So if you got a good tight end, there's a high chance he beats him. You got Restrepo, or the outside right receiver, on a smoke screen to open it up, give him space to run it. You got this guy on a little drag underneath, and then Genty, you got him on the wheel route, one-on-one. So that's going to be great. Or what you could do is you could put him out wide and put him on a little streak route. In this situation, I have him opposite the corner route because I'm like in this situation, let's say they're blitzing and they're trying to see a little bit of heat. I block one of the tight ends, and I want I want all that stuff going on, all the routes and stuff on the left side of the field, not on the right side of the field, because I don't want it to get in the way of my corner route running. A lot of times when you're going against man coverage, for me, I like to have spacing with my routes. I know some of you guys, you love the meshes and you love everything getting crazy, but for me, when I do that, it just helps the man coverage because then guys kind of catch back up to the route that's being ran. So I like spacing with my routes. This is a really good one. Or what you could even do is if you decide to motion Genty out wide, your running back, put him on a little post route. That's always really good. Maybe always try to stem right it down just a little bit because it's going to make him run it just a little bit faster. Another really good man beating play I like to run is pretty simple. We're gonna have the corner out on the right, smoke screen on the right. We're gonna block our tight end on the left because a lot of times when guys are playing man, they're sending some type of blitz out of it. You kind of have to. When you're playing man, there's two ways you got to go about it. One, you're either sending a lot of pressure out of it, you're trying to get pressure and just have your guys stick to the guys, or you're rushing 2 or 3 people and dropping everybody in the coverage. That's just kind of how it is. So in a lot of these situations, I do end up blocking one of my tight ends. So yeah, we're going to block the tight end on the left. We're going to put our running back on an angle route. And if you realize, actually, I do have my running back, I motioned him. So I motioned him to the left side. Because let's say the right side of the field is the wide side of the field. You always want to run to the wide side with these corner routes and stuff because you want to give them room to run. And it just, spacing. It's all about spacing. You want to have guys space to run. And we're going to put the backside receiver on a little post route. I didn't mean to do that. I think I just audible to something. Let me just hurry up and set it up again. So you'd motion running back. Always make sure you also put the tight end on the normal corner route, not the one that's running deep downfield unless you really need it. And then we'll set it up pretty much like this. So yeah. You got the angle route on the left. And the reason why we have the angle route on the left and not the right side is because I just don't want him to bump into my tight end running the corner route. So it'll look a little something like this. That's running back loves getting stuck on the line. That's the only thing I hate in this game, man. It's like a lot of times, like I motion my running back out a lot, just because like he always seems to get stuck on the line if I run. I'll say this: if you notice in game that your running back's getting stuck a lot on the line when you're having him run inside routes, it's like let's say you put him on a simple little in route. If you're noticing he's getting stuffed, just put him out wide, put him on a drag route. If you're noticing with the angle route that if he's getting stuck, like when you do it like this, you can motion him out wide and have him on the motion angle route. You can do that. I would just recommend the post route. Don't stem route it down. Just have it run normal, and he'll still run angle route really good. Like he's gonna kill that guy. I mean, it's not actually man coverage. I don't even know if the defense is in. I just picked a random defense, but it's a really good route. Now I know we're spending a lot of time talking about ace offset and this Z spot play in general, but you have to understand this is like most of the offense. Like once we get off of this, a lot of the other plays, it's only a couple different things we're doing out of it. So that's why we're talking about this so heavily, because this is it's the main offense right here. Something else I really like to do at ace offset is I love out routes. I love out routes. Out routes are really good against just when you know corners in some type of outside third, he's going to be running backwards. Hell, even man sometimes. It's really good against man. I love to, I like to smart route my out routes upfield. Let's say about 10 yards depth. I'll have a guy about 10 yards depth, and what I'll do is I'll set up a little something like this. I know this looks like a crazy little route combo. Actually, I'm going to hitch this guy. No, I can't. Let me smart right it. Okay, this is actually a route combo. This is an old route combo I used to run way back in the day on Madden. Really good against cover 3 kind of looks, cover 4 kind of looks. Honestly, you could even say Tampa 2. Really any zone, at the end of the, because when you're going against zone, there's always spots in the zone. When you got this receiver on this out route, if the corner is in any kind of outside third where he's just running backwards like that, you're always going to have the corner out underneath because it's going to be really hard for the DB to play it. Now with the running back on this wheel route right here, the slot corner, he's having to make a decision, right? Because you got the tight end on the streak. So if that slot corner is running straight to the flat route, like he's in like a 5-yard curl flat or something like that, I mean, you're gonna have this wheel route right up the sideline, and the reason why, or right in the between this gap right here, and the reason why is because you got this tight end on the streak, so he's freezing the hook curl, so that linebacker in the middle is getting frozen right there. Right, and left side of the field, you can really do whatever you want on that left side of the field. If you want a backside post route, you could go with that. Put the tight end on a little hitch, you could do that. I don't know, when you put the tight end on the hitch or the tight end on the drag, I'm not the biggest fan of it. The reason why is because now he starts to kind of run in the way what we have going on with all the right side of the field, because let's say the user's on the left and now he sees the drag, and now he's running to the wheel route because he sees the drag, but he wasn't even playing the wheel route, you know what I mean? So you got to be very careful. Or you could simply just do something like this on the backside, just corner out, streak to take the DB out to play. You can never go wrong with that. So this is a little bit more of a complex play to run. You got to really have your progressions down packed. You got to know what the defense is in. You got to be reading them. But this is more of a really good one in the red zone. Let's say you're in the red zone, you need something, something tight. You could do a little something like this. This isn't really too bad of a play like this. So let's say we're on like the 5-yard line. You're reading it. Really, your first read is you're looking for the outside on the out route. See if you have that. If you don't have it, then you're looking to the wheel, and then you're basically just working right all the way to the left. That's pretty much how you would do it. The streak in this situation would just be to try to give the out route a little bit of room to run. I think we covered most of the route combos I could kind of get off the top of my head out of Z spot. I'm trying to think. I mean, it's so tough because I do freestyle a lot sometimes. You never know what I'm going to do, but we talked about a lot of different ways to beat Tampa 2, cover 3, cover 4. Man, I think we went over most of that stuff. So if something I might have left out, let me know down in the comments. There's always something. You can always watch my gameplays or watch me play live. That'll really help you learn how to run my offense, because you're really getting to see what I'm doing. The last play we're going to look at, ace offset, those who play to the far right, PA read. I don't really run it that much these days. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I need to get back into running it. There's not really too many crazy route combos I do off this. It's kind of really just a mesh concept, because right here is how I like to set it up. You got the high for the crosser, you got the low for the drag, running back in the flat. This is, you got the post route over top. I don't really run it much these days, just because I don't know. I feel like I should definitely start running it more. But this is a really good beater if you're going against match. It's honestly a really good man beater if it's man, though. Instead of having the running back on the flat, I would actually rather have him on the out route, because it just kind of, him having that little cut always helps get some separation from the backer or whoever's trailing him. So this is kind of like really, this is not the only route combo I do out of it. The other one I do is this one right here. I'll put the tight end on a little streak like that, running back underneath, but the running back gets stuck a lot, so then I end up having to put him on a drag or something like that. So but that's just a really simple one, just kind of a mesh type of concept. It's really good, but I need to start running it more. Honestly, like today I played college today. I don't think I ran it once. So now we're going to go over the audibles in this formation. So the audibles I like to run is, I like to run buck sweep, jet touch pass, Y sail, and PA read. These are the 4 plays I like to run. And the play I like to always come out, and I always come out in the read option play. So I have that, and then I can pick what I want to audible. So I'm almost coming to the line with 5 plays. So I'm really coming to the line with more plays, because we're going to talk about all the other formations I like to audible to and the stuff in them. So that is ace offset. That's what you're going to be in for a lot of this offense. Let's start going over the other stuff. Next formation is going to be Deuce Close. There's really only like 2 plays I run out of this. We're going to go over the first one is going to be a run play. It's going to be this play right here, 0-1 trap. You guys know the 0-1 trap. Such a good run play. It's really good in this game too. It's just a trap play. There's not really any adjustments I make to it. It's trap. If you know how to run a trap play, it's great. They're always really good. So. And there's only one other play I like to run out of this formation, and it's going to be this play on the far right. Corner and goes. This is a very, very, very good play. I like to run this play a lot. I think you can see why. These tight ends they're running like inside zig routes, and I'm going to show you why. Look how they run these routes. There's so many, like, look how wide they run them. You could throw that route on the outside, and then you could throw it like when they're all the way back in the inside. So it's a very good play. I love it in the red zone. I don't run it a lot because I like to save it for when I really, really, really need it. So in the red zone, if it's short down in situation, 4th down or something like that, that's when I like to bring it out. Now, I do not leave these receivers on their routes. It depends what they're in. Either I'll put them both in corner routes like this. I really like that in the red zone because what'll happen is the receiver will keep running in the back of the end zone, so it's a really good one. So I like doing that in the red zone. Or if we're downfield, I'll just streak both of them, do a little something like that. I usually keep the running back blocked as well. Another route combo you could do off this is, let's say you don't want to actually have them run the inside zigs, then you could just put them both on little corner routes like that. I don't really do that too much, but yeah, that's kind of really all I do out of that. And when you look at the audibles you want to put in here, I have read option and I have RPO peak stick in there, but I don't really run those. For me, it's just 0-1 trap and corner and goes. That's what I run out of there. So, like, for example, like, so when you're in game, I'll give you a little preview what it look like. We'll come out of ace offset. We'll pick the read option play. I'll look at the line, see what I want to do, you know, how it's looking, and let's say I want to go there. Okay, cool. I'll audible to that. I never just straight up come out in that because for me, it's a giveaway when you just straight up come out in it. Like, okay, if he's come out in that formation, we know there's a chance he could run these plays, this, that, this, that. As to if I come out ace offset every single play, you never know if I'm just going to straight up run something out of that, what I'm doing you don't know what I'm doing in that, and then you don't know if I'm getting ready to audible to something else. So it's always a disguise. You never know what's going on. You always want to keep the guy you're going against, keep him on his toes. Our next formation is going to be gun wing. So there's 3 plays I like to run out of this. The first one is it's the play right there in the middle, inside zone. Pretty basic play, and I know it seems pretty basic. Why would we run this out of this? The Titans are on the wrong side of the field. There's a reason why. It's not a bad run play at all. It's pretty good. It's all right. It's just an inside zone. The reason why we like that in this formation is because there's a play that helps. That play right there in the middle, speed option. You guys know I love my speed options. The reason why it helps it is because this play is going to the right. So let's say we audible this formation. They see, oh, both the 2 tight ends lined up on the right next to the running back. So like, oh, yep, he's going for the speed option. But then you hand off the inside zone right up the middle, and it, you know, kind of mess with them a little bit. But yeah, the speed option is actually really good. Another play that, you know, I love to save for the red zone and stuff like that. So you can run it just normal, just straight up like that. Another way I really, really, really like to set it up, and I set it up like this almost all the time. I'll grab that the tight end to the far right, and I'm going to motion him over to the left, and you just snap it whenever you're ready to, and you just that time he got set. But yeah, I feel like the blocking, as you can see, the blocking's just a little bit better. But sometimes maybe if you want to just quick snap it, it's fine. You could do that. But I will say motioning that tight end does lead to better blocking. The last play I like to run out of this formation is tight end attack, play to the far left. Now, I don't actually ever really run this play how it's supposed to be ran. The reason I like, because like I said, we're audible to it. They think you're running some type of run out of it, but then you pass the ball out of it. How I like to set it up is pretty simple. So this tight end that's on this funky little, you know, inside angle route, I will actually put him on a corner route. But as you can see, his corner route runs really deep downfield. I don't really like it, so I stem right it down, and I just turn it into a normal corner route because it runs way too far downfield. Then what I like to do is I like to put the running back on a little drag route, and then it's up to you what you want to do with the receiver on the left. If you want to leave him, you know, in the streak like that, that's fine. If you do that though, it's up to you if you want to leave the tight end on his little like post route, put him on an underneath little drag, or you could do something to where it's the other way around. You have the have him on his little post route, then put the receiver on a little drag. Or how you could set it up is you could have the receiver on a little post route and then put him on a little drag. Because you always want to have that high-low. You always want to have something like that. So it's just a quick little setup I like to do out of it. Another really good setup I like to do out of it is It's kind of close to the same thing. You'll put that RB, you'll put that tight on the corner route, stem route him down a little bit. We're going to put the running back actually on a little streak route, and then we're going to put the tight end on a little drag route. This one for me, I love this one so much because the streak route for the running back is almost free every time, because usually it's the user's job to pretty much be in that space right there, and he's never usually there. So the running back is he just comes out there really free. That's another one that's really good for the red zone. You might want to save that one because that's a really good one. As for the audibles, you're going to want to do speed option, inside zone. I have read option in there because, I mean, you have to have 4 things in there, but I don't really run that, and then tight end attack. Those are those 3 are the ones you really want. Next up, we're going to wing, halfback, weak side, close. So I don't really run the ball out of this formation too much, just because like there's some really good runs in here that like, and I'll show you them because I've tried running them. There's this outside zone in it right here in the middle. I don't know. For me, the blocking's not very good on it. I feel like the running back never really gets a good chance to kind of do anything on it. I don't know. It never just seems to work out too well for me. So I kind of stopped running that out of it. There was another really good play that I thought was going to be like really good out of it. It's a buck sweep stretch to the right out of it. That's the play to the far left we just picked. You would think it's going to be really nasty because the running back, and it's not bad. I'll say that I do run that play a little bit, the buck sweep handoff out of it, because when the running back is really fast on it, and like he gets to his fast excel point really good, but the problem is just the lead blockers are always really bad. So if you're going to run any play out of that, I wouldn't run the normal stretch out of it. I would run the buck sweep play to the far left. But, if you run it once and you see it didn't work, don't run it the rest of the game. It's a play like that. You just got to stay away. Now, there actually is some pretty good pass plays I like to run out of here. The first one we're going to look at is PAY over. You've probably seen me run this play a lot. Very good play. It's a big shot play. The reason why is you got this receiver lined up in the slot on a little fade route. I'm actually going to flip it to the right because when I run it, I personally like to run it with my fastest receiver, who would be Restrepo, who's 95 speed. If a DB is pressed right up in his face with no safety help up top, usually it's a touchdown unless that DB is just, really, really fast. But that's really what it is. But now how I do like to set it up is I like to do a little something like this. So I'll have him, in this little fade route over there. I like to put that outside receiver, slot receiver on the left. I like to put him on a little streak. You got the tight end lined up to the farthest to the left on a little corner route. I love that little route combo. Then you got this tight end on this little crossers, which is really good because, Restrepo's probably going to run that corner out to play. And if it's, if it's Tampa 2, then which means that if the corner sits down in the cloud flat, there might be a little spot where you could fit that in there. You just got to watch out for that safety. So and then the running back, it's really up to you what you want to do with him. You could put him a little flat route. A lot of times I do like to put him on a little in route. It's just these guys run it so funky in this game. So if you want to do it, you can actually line them out wide and put them on a little drag route, do a little something like that. So that's pretty nasty. But yeah, this is the kind of the route combo I like to run. Usually this is pretty much the route combo I run out of this. One more pass play I like to run out of this. I don't run this one a whole lot. It's also the play to the far right, PA cross. Really the main reason is because you're getting it's just a quick little zig route, but it's not like a normal zig route. You can see like he runs it a little bit farther downfield. So I set this up kind of similar to how we set up the other one, the slot receiver, he's getting streaked. The corner out for the tight end on the far right. It's up to you what you want to do with this tight end, honestly. If you want to put him on a little post route downfield like that, you can. Running back, put him on an angle route, in route. It's it's completely up to what you want to do. But the main reason I like it is because you got this zig route that's running. It's like a 5-yard zig route. Like he's gonna pretty much cook anybody. I honestly don't run that play enough. I probably should run it a little bit more, but pretty good play. It's also really good in the red zone. All right, so we only got a couple more formations left. I don't run anything out of wing, halfback, weak side, so we can just skip right over that. There's nothing I really run out of that. The next formation is going to be this one right here, wing, slot, weak side. Some RPOs I actually like to run out of this. The first one is going to be the one to the far left, RPO alert to bubble. It's pretty simple. It's a stretch to the right. You got a chance with a little RPO bubble out of it. So it's really good. If you notice that the guy you're going against is maybe blitzing the slot corner a lot, or but let's say you're going against like a 6-1 or something like that, a 3-4. Have that extra backer make a decision that is he gonna come in there, play the runner, or is he gonna play the slot corner? As you can see right there, he's in coverage, but you can still throw it. So it's just a pretty simple play. Just make life more annoying for the defense. Now, that's kind of like the really the only thing I mostly run out of that. The only other thing I would run out of it is all go, play to the far left. It's basically 4 verts, and the only reason I would ever do it is if like you can like see that the guy you're going against he's going all out in the run. Like you just know like everyone's at the line, like he's selling out for the run. Call this and just try to bomb him deep. That would literally be the only reason we would go to that. So you would have that in the audibles just in case. By the way, speaking of the audibles, I did forget to go over the audibles for the last formation. So you're going to want to have buck sweep, PA cross in there, PA Y over, and it just has halfback base in there by default. But yeah, so back to wing slide, weak side. We like the RPO alert bubble, the 4 verts just in case you can see they're getting crazy trying to rush you. And the only other play I like to run out of this is the play to the far right. Halfback slip screen. Now, I honestly, it's another play I wish I ran more. I kind of don't really run it that much, but it's good because you guys know in college, screen plays are really good. It's hard to get them off half the time, but it's just a simple little screenplay. You know, you can never go wrong with that. And the reason why I like it a lot too is because you got the two, it's running into the side with the 2 receivers, so that'll kind of, you know, run those guys out to play, especially if it's like, you know, man coverage or something like that. That's going to lead to a really big play. So, you know, screens in this game are really good. The audibles you go for this formation are RPO alert bubble, all go, halfback slip screen. And I do have QB wrap in here as well. We actually didn't talk about QB wrap. I don't really run it that much because I've noticed the block. It's basically like like a quarterback automatically keeps on display. It's not a read option, but it looks like a read option. For me, I've noticed the blocking is just not very good on it, and I just, you know. Yeah, that's just straight up what it is. The blocking's just not good on it. Like almost all the time, guys get shed. You get a free guy coming in because it's like a read option, but your quarterback has to keep it. So I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. This is going to be our very last formation in gun, and then when I think we got like 3 formations that I run out of a single back. It's mostly just run plays and stuff, but we're going to U off trips. First play is going to be play to the far right, RPO alert bubble. It's just another pretty basic play. It's an RPO, you know, exactly how I broke down the other one, how you're reading it. That's what it is. So, yeah. The only other play I really like out of this formation is PA post shot, that play right there in the middle. This is a play I used to run a decent amount in Madden. How I would kind of set this up is I would put the outside receiver on a streak, the tight end on the right on a little corner route. The tight end on the left, it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to put him on a little drag route, you can. If you want to also put him on a little corner route, you can. Running back, it's up to you. We're going to flat route him, or we're either going to put him on an angle route. I would actually probably flat route him, though, just because I don't really want the angle route and the post route together, because then it's just too much. So I don't really run this play a lot though. But his post route that the receiver runs is actually really good. Like he's gonna get downfield really good. You can see there's gonna be a little hole right there, but I don't even know what the defense is in. The audibles for this formation would be RPO alert bubble and PA post shot. The other plays I don't touch them. So yeah. We're gonna go ahead and go over to single back now. Like I said, I don't run anything out of pistol in this playbook. First, we're gonna look at wing tight Z. So this is the only formation we cannot audible to. Every other formation I'm going to show you, even the other 2 formations in single back, you will be able to audible to. This is the only one you cannot because it's 3 tight ends, as you can see, 1 receiver. So it's a little bit different. I like it a lot, though. I love running the ball out of this. This play right there in the middle, halfback stretch out of it. It is a great play. It's just a simple stretch, but it's just so good, man. It is just the blocking is great on it. You know, if you got a good running back, you're a fast running back, you're going to be able to run this play a lot throughout the game. I run this play a whole lot. It's a great play. I would highly recommend it. The only other run play I like to do out of it is not the inside zone. You want to do a halfback smash. I like halfback smash a little bit more because I feel like when you get it, you're able to control yourself a little bit more as the running back. Some of those other inside runs, single back, you can't really control yourself too well. So if you're going to switch it up and go inside, go with that one. There is one pass play I like to run out of it, and it's going to be the play to the far left, tight end attack. Because, you know, sometimes they might get crazy. They might try to blitz you. So you could either just snap a stock like this, or you could put the tight end that's opposite of all the other tight ends on a little corner route like that. And just straight up snap it. They're getting crazy. A lot of times I just dump it off to the running back for the quick little flat route. So, but mostly you're running the ball out of this. The next formation is going to be single back wing. Once again, we're mostly only running the ball out of this. These next 2 single back ones I'm going to show you, I honestly never throw the ball out of them. I'm just going to be honest with you, but because I'm getting in them to run the ball. The first play is going to be to the left, halfback stretch, alert smoke. It's a RPO stretch. It's pretty simple. It's just a stretch, but you also have the RPO to the left in case they're biting on it. Really good run, and the great thing about these next two ones is you can audible out of ace offset right into these, which I do a whole lot. And then the other run play, it's halfback smash. Like we always said, you don't really want the ones that are like dives and stuff like that. You want to go with the halfback smash. So that's the only other run I run out of this. There's also a tight end attack in it in case they get crazy and you got to throw the ball out of it. And with the next formation, we'll go ahead and go over to that. It's the very last one. Single back wing slide over. It's another RPO I like to run out of this 26 duo. What's it actually called? 26 duo alert bubble. It's an RPO. It's kind of also an inside kind of run too, which is really good. So they think that you're going to the outside, but then you kind of cut this thing to the inside. It also does have a halfback dive out of it, but I don't really run it out of that because it's already an inside kind of run, and I'm not the biggest fan of halfback dives. So that is pretty much my offense, though, man. Like I said, it's a very run-first offense, but you can also throw the ball all over the yard at this offense because I've done it. I literally just played a game today where I threw for 420 yards in the gauntlet. If you guys have any questions about this offense, you can comment down below. Like I said, watching my gameplays will help you run this offense a lot more. Watching me play this live will also help you run it. Just because you'll see why I'm running certain things against certain coverages and doing certain things, and et cetera, all that stuff. So, but if you got any questions, you guys can comment down below. If you guys did enjoy this video, man, drop a like. Till next time, man. I'll see y'all in the next one.